My name is LaRosa Thomas. I am 42 years old, living with multiple sclerosis. The best way to explain what MS or multiple sclerosis is bad wiring. It's like in an electrical system, something happens in the brain of that electrical system and it shorts out and all the signals do not get to where they need to go. There is a protective covering around each nerve ending, which is called myelin. That protective covering gets damaged because the body attacks itself. There is no cure for multiple sclerosis. They don't even know what actually causes it. There are several theories on that. One is trauma, which I did have a trauma when I was 12 years old. I fell down a flight of brick steps and hit my head on every one of the steps, which is why I have the migraines now. Another, they feel that there's some type of bacterial infection or viral infection that causes the body to fight itself, which is why MS is considered an autoimmune disease, because your body actually attacks itself. So there's no cure for it and they don't know what causes it. I was diagnosed with MS in November of 1993. I've had it for 15 years, but we can trace my symptoms back to when I was 10 years old. One day, I called the doctor and I said, look, I tried to get up and I went to stand up out of the bed and I fell flat on my face. She said, you fell flat on your face? I said, yes. She said, what else is happening? I explained to her that my legs were tingling and then sometimes numb, and she said, you need to come in right now. I think I know what's wrong. When I first got diagnosed, my daughters were 6 and 4. My mother, father, brothers and sisters, there was a mixed bag of feelings. My mother just lost it, you know. I'm her oldest child, and she just felt like, oh my God, you know, what are we going to do? You know, we have to take care of her now for the rest of our lives. I had a couple sisters who thought I was faking. My brothers stopped picking on me so much. I have 2 brothers right after me, and so that was good because they don't pick on me anymore. As far as my immediate family, my husband and my children, they have been the most supportive and best people that, you know, you could ask for. My children started doing things really early because the first major flare-up I got diagnosed in 1993, November of 93. I had a major flare-up in January of 94. And the doctor who saw me said, you will be wheelchair bound in 3 years and nursing home bound in 5 years. And though multiple sclerosis is not fatal, complications of the disease can kill you. I never expected to see my children go to high school, much less graduate. As a result, because I had girls, I did not want to leave them unprepared in life. So when they were 7 years old, they began washing, sorting, doing their own laundry, the whole bit. I mean, they gathered their clothes together, sorted them, washed them, dried them, folded them, and put them away. By the time my kids were 12 and 10, I could give them grocery money. They could get a ride to the store, and they could shop for the family. The major problem was that my youngest daughter is, touchy-feely, I guess is the best way to describe her. She's very affectionate. And it used to hurt so much for her to hug me. So I would say, I don't want to hug right now, or don't squeeze me when you hug me, because it caused excruciating pain. And she never understood that until after she got older. Unfortunately, she has an autoimmune disease, which MS is an autoimmune disease, and she has another autoimmune disease, and so now she knows and understands, and she apologized for that. It was sweet. There are new drugs coming out all the time. I take Copaxone, which means I self-inject the medication. It's not an interferon, which interferons are used to treat cancer. It's a different type of medication, so it doesn't cause as many side effects, which could be flu-like symptoms, fever spikes, or a severe exacerbation or flare-up of the symptoms of the disease. Multiple sclerosis has made me a stronger person in that I'm more determined to do things. Whenever I'm told that I can't do something, it makes me work that much harder to show that I can. My husband calls me the most stubborn woman that he's ever met, because as soon as he tells me you can't do this or you can't do that, then I say, okay, and as soon as he turns his back, then I'm doing it. I get fussed at for that, but I don't like to be a burden on anybody, and I think it's unfair that other people have to take up the slack for me. Even though I didn't ask for this disease, I mean, nobody in their right mind would. I don't think it's fair that other people should have to go out of their way and do so much for me. So because I feel that way, I am determined to take care of myself and do things myself. I guess I sort of get that from my father, who died he died 2008, right before I graduated. And he had renal failure, so he went to dialysis, and he never let them run his machine. For anybody who's recently diagnosed with MS, I would advise them to take advantage of the National MS Society support group. Take advantage of any type of outlet. I would advise them to pursue those. Don't let MS have you. Make sure you live your life to the fullest. Make the best of it. Not so much because you have a disease and you never know what's going to happen, but because you don't want to get depressed. You don't want to stop living just because you have an illness. Make your life the best that it can possibly be. Make sure you have a good support system in family or friends, church members, whatever. Make sure you have people that you can talk to, cry with, laugh with, do things with. And if you need assistance, don't be afraid to ask for it.